Hello, my dear friend. Thank you very much for your presence, energy, time, intention, and attention. That's all for our life, right? That's the basic structure of our life. Time, energy, intention, attention, and doing. Okay, today I'm going to share my experience in doing without doer. This is a very, very important topic. If you are already in a past awakening, or you just started to meditate, this topic is very important, is critical. In the past 2 days, I talked about Dao De Jing, what is Dao and what is De. In Dao De Jing, there's a very important principle or idea, is the non-doing. Non-doing is not something, you're not doing anything. Non-doing means doing without doer. Sounds very strange, right? How could you do anything without doer behind? So this is very critical. For most of us, we have the sense of I, right? Here I refer to the egoic I, the limited version of who you are. Like limited version refers to any situation like your background, your childhood, your memory, your education, your profession, your relationship, your family, your plans, your desires, dreams for the future, and so on. If you identify you, the true self, as those I just mentioned, so it's the limited version of who you are, the egoic I. There's a universal I or you, which is beyond any name, form, beyond any childhood, memory, experience, education, belief, religion, beyond any concept. This universal I, in Hinduism, they use the name Brahman. So Brahman, if I use an analogy is ocean, an infinite big ocean. And in this ocean, there's waves, there's ripples, there's currents, big waves, also there's drop of water. And one drop of water is a person. Okay, use that analogy. Everybody, every person, every animal, every living being is one drop of water in this infinitely big ocean. That's an analogy, very good one actually. So this drop of ocean, this is drop of water, mainly is very, most of us who are not awakened yet, they identify themselves as the drop of water. But if you're awakened one, if you're master, if you're enlightened being, you will not limit your identification to one drop of water. You will have a new identification of who you are, which is the entire ocean. That's why Rumi said, a very ancient poet said, "You're not one drop in the ocean, you're the entire ocean in one drop." So if you have this identification of entire ocean, your egoic I will disappear. That's the true meaning of non-doing. Because when the egoic I disappears, there's no doer behind everything you're doing. So it's like doing the non-doing, or doing without doer. And there's also another phrase in Tao Te Ching, which is when nothing is done, nothing is left undone. Very beautiful phrase in Tao Te Ching. I repeat, when nothing is done, nothing is left undone. See how powerful if we really catch his meaning, at least literally. When nothing is done, here is, I use maybe, here's doing without doer, okay? I use another energy. So before humanity appears in planet Earth, around like before 2 million ago, before the first Homo sapien stand right up and walk erectly as a human being, before 2 million years ago, when no, before no civilization, before no, there's no humanity. Everything is done. It's already done. Because for all the animals, for all the being who has no the idea of egoic I, there's no doer at all. You see all the animals, dogs, cats, birds, they don't have this egoic I. I'm jumping, I'm laughing, I'm chasing the ball. No, they don't have that sense of I. But they enjoy very much the whole world. That means when you're doing everything without doer, or you're completely in the Tao, in the universal force, completely in the universal flow, like the water or currents in a river, it's a completely free flow, following the natural force like gravity, like currents, and so on. There's no doer behind that naturally flow, like a river flowing from mountain to valley. See that movements, that activity, there's no doer behind it. Also, like a wind in the sky, how free they are. There's no doer behind that blowing of the wind. Because every natural forces could involved in that blow of wind, or wind blowing, right? Like temperature, density of the air, the seasonal wind, gravity, the gravitational pull from the moon, spin of the earth. You see, if you go down to every detail, like as simple as a wind in the sky, it's so complex, but it's also very simple. It's the whole organic play of the whole universe. That's it. So if your every action, words, speech is totally in this universal flow, in this natural flow, there's no doer behind every doing. That's the non-doing. That's when nothing is done, nothing is left undone. It's like before 2 minutes ago, before existence of humanity, everything is done already by nature. Look at the sun. The sunlight shines on the planet Earth for more than 4.5 billion years already. Everything is achieved by the whole nature, by sunlight. Well, the sun will not say, I did this. There's no doer behind all this creation, designing, all the evolution. You see, there's no doer at all. So non-doing is the basic, but also the principal idea in Tao Te Ching. If you are master, if you are awakened one, every speech, every action, every words could be achieved without a doer when that egoic I disappears. Wow, that's a huge realization. That's the purpose of life. You totally become the universal force. You totally become the cosmic intelligence. You totally become the unconditioned love behind all the phenomena, behind everything you see, you touch, you smell, you listen, and you taste, and behind your thinking too. Okay, we may experience it right now actually. This doing without doer, or doing the non-doing. Take a deep breath. Letting go all your worries, concerns. Relax your body, physically and mentally. Now are you sitting or standing or watching? You can perceiving all your phenomena outside of you as your table, TV, room, window, maybe as far as a tree, a mountain, a house. That's external layer. Then you may also perceiving your body, your breath, your hands, feet, hip, the whole body. That's the second layer. And you also can perceive the inner layer, the third layer, which is your thoughts, emotions, intention, attention, memory, plan to do, a list to do, plan for tomorrow, for the next year, and so on. So you are perceiving three layers: externally, your bodily, and internal, three layers of your world. But you can let go of all these phenomena, at least temporarily, right? Now try to perceive all these three layers of phenomena without any description. judgments, attachments, and resisting or grasping. Again, if thoughts arise, let it go. Don't attach, don't resist, don't follow. Let it come, let it go. Okay, that's about 1 minute of mini meditation. You can practice this kind of 1 minute mini meditation every day in different time zone, in different like couple of times in the morning, couple of times in the afternoon, couple of times in the evening. So you divide it like 30 minutes of meditation into 30 separately different 1 minute meditation. That's a very good tip for you, a strategy. Anyway, if you're really letting go every phenomena outside and inside of you, that's a doing without doer. Because if you're really letting go thoughts, desires, intentions, if you can be the pure observing perceiver, you're just perceiving everything without any description, attachments, resistance, and also grasping. That's a non-doing. That's a doing without doer. Because in that way, the sense of egoic I will disappear, and the true self or true I will arise. And this true I is unbounded, is unlimited. There's no location. It's non-local. It's non-local. A very beautiful scientific word, non-local. When you lose letting go everything, it's hard to define where you are. You are everywhere because your awareness can reach as far as mountains, as far as galaxies, and as far as the age of the cosmos. And also it can go deep as your internal organs, as deep as every cell in your body, as deep as the Planck scale, which is 10 to the minus 10 to the power of minus 33, and even smaller than that. So in your consciousness, in Chinese spiritual saying, there's one very beautiful saying that smaller than the smallest, smaller than the smallest, bigger than the biggest, and you are that unbounded, unlimited awareness or consciousness. And when you reach that state of consciousness, there's no egoic I at all. And that's the true meaning of doing, non-doing, or doing without doer. That's the true meaning of when nothing is done, nothing is left undone. You become the Tao. You become the Doer. And again, Doer is the functional part of Tao, is the visible part of Tao. Tao itself is invisible, is unmanifested, while the De is the manifested, visible, functional part of you. You know, the purpose of evolution, cosmologically and biologically, which is more than 13.8 billion years. The purpose of this 13.8 billion years of evolution, cosmologically and biologically, is what? Is doing without doing. Is doing without doing. Is doing and non-doing. All your ability, wisdom, become a service to nature and to humanity. You can always be in a blissful state, a capable state. What you see, hear, taste, touch, smell, and think become your tool, a tool to serve humanity and nature. Wow, you reach the ultimate home. The Atman become the Brahman. The, a drop of water become the entire ocean. And there's no difference between Atman and Brahman. There's no difference between a drop of water and entire ocean. There's no difference between you, she, he, her, it, them, those, these. There's no difference. The whole world is you, but you, only you, and so you. Thank you so much. Enjoy the non-doing